Hi everyone, Elite Assassin here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Paladins, which is still in closed beta on Xbox One and PS4. Now, I was very lucky to receive a code from one of my best friends who signed up and got one, and apparently they gave him a few extras. So I was very lucky to get a code to this game, as it probably won't be an open beta for probably a few months. I think they wanted to launch sometime early 2017, but I think we all know early 2017 could be anywhere from January to probably May, really depending on what developers' idea of early is. Now, Paladins is a free-to-play hero shooter, much like Overwatch, Battleborn, and like those games, this game does share some things, and I do want to get this out of the way right now. This is not an Overwatch clone. And I wanted to get that out there because I know a lot of people have been misinformed and wrongly judging this game off of that impression. And I want to make that clear right now. No. From doing some research, it looks like both these games were developed kind of side by side. This game was in closed beta on PC around the same time that Overwatch was in closed beta. I also know this game has undergone quite a few changes since then, which might lead to some people saying it's more like Overwatch. But these games were developed very closely, so there are some similarities, but they're not the same. Please trust me on that. First thing I want to talk about are the characters. Right now on console, there are 19 champions you can choose from. And the cynical person out there is going to look at these and they're probably going to just absolutely destroy them in some ways. And I mean, and if you're a cynical person, I can see that. I see people looking through going, oh look, we have Torbjorn's brother nobody really likes. Look, we have Reinhardt's Spanish cousin. Oh look, we have McCree when he's trying to dress up as Reaper for Halloween. Oh look, we have special guest appearances by Rocket and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And of course, I'm joking here, but I do like the character designs, and though some of these characters might serve some of the same functions, sorry about that, as Overwatch counterparts, they are also very different. For example, there's one character who, is kind of a short guy who uses a turret. However, his other abilities are nowhere near the same as Torbjorn. We have Fernando, who's the guy I joked about being Reinhardt's Spanish cousin, because he has a big shield like Reinhardt does that kind of acts the same way, but most of the moves are different. Yes, he has a charge, but it doesn't pin people to the wall to give you basically an instant kill on most characters. He's a flamethrower, and his ultimate is completely different. So, while some of these characters might look similar, they do act quite differently, and they all play pretty well for the most part. Now, when you go to playing Paladins, you'll first be greeted with a character select screen, and I do like how they have this broken down. They have it broken down by category to which the character plays. So it's very easy for you to see who's a healer, who's a tank, who's a damage dealer, and who's bit off as a flanker. And the fact that this is put right in front of you is great, because it does right from the get-go. You can say, okay, my team needs the healer, my team needs the attack person, my team needs whatever. And then, of course, if you're playing group play, everyone's going to see that, ignore, and just pick all damage anyway. I kid, of course, but that is kind of the general reality of playing a hero shooter style game in, random play. But it does give you the chance to back out, change your picks, which is always appreciated. And these are two things that really bugged me at launch with the game Battleborn. And first off, I just wanted to also put out there, I guess not really first off, but I just want to put out there that I have enjoyed all three of these hero shooter games: Overwatch, Paladins, and Battleborn. Each one offers something unique. Each one is worth giving a try. Because though you might think Overwatch is the game you might find you like Battleborn a little more because it has a little more depth to it. You might find you like Paladins more because it has a little bit more fast pace to it, and a little bit more customization. You never know. I'm never one who just sits there and tries one game. I like to try them all out and see what I enjoy. Now that means I don't have enough time to play all the games I like. And also why this channel doesn't really have a primary focus. But, you know, it's definitely worth giving games a try if you have the money to do so. And like I said, Paladins is a free-to-play game. So when this game goes open beta, there's nothing really stopping you from trying. Alright, as I was saying though, the character select screen breaks down the characters. When you pick one, you'll see that there's little things you could change, whether it be a headpiece, body piece, emotes, weapon, and these are unlocked through loot boxes, which I'll get to a little bit later. But, you know, you don't just have skins, you can kind of mix and match your character as it goes, make them a little bit unique, make them a little bit your own. Now, once everything's done and picked, you'll see who the enemy team is, so you kind of have an idea what you're going against, and the map will load. When the match starts, you're going to see you have an option to choose from different decks of cards. And every character will have a default deck for you to choose from. And as you play the game, you'll be able to unlock more cards to customize your own decks with. And this is a very interesting and very cool part of Paladins. Now, what cards do is they modify how your abilities work slightly, how the cooldowns work, and how they work with each other. So, for example, with Skye, she has ones that increase the duration of her stealth, and ones that make her move faster in stealth, and things that sometimes when she, shoots her poison darts or gets a kill, it'll reset her poison dart, or reloads her ammo, stuff like that. It's really interesting. Or, I'm sorry, when she shoots with her poison arrows, it reloads her ammo quicker next time you go to reload for like 5 seconds. And furthermore, you can pick up 5 of these cards, which you can unlock by getting boxes through leveling up or buying with gems. Or you can also purchase them individually in the character customization screen from the main menu, and you can purchase in-game currency that you just earn through playing. And they're pretty reasonably priced, honestly. They're like 12,000 points or whatever, and you get points pretty substantial rate, so it's not really that bad. It's not really a grind. And you can't buy them individually either, so it's not anything like that. And this really adds a bit of customization to your characters, has them play a little bit differently. For example, I have Cassie, and she specifies in getting her roll back quicker. She rolls a little bit further, and her roll gives her lifesteal. Also, her explosive blast heals her a little bit, so she's very squishy, but I added some healing to all of her moves on top of the lifesteal I usually give her, which I'm going to get to in a little bit. For Ying, I have her so her shatters give her a little bit of healing, so that when she teleports, she leaves a clone that can heal people where she was, or I can use to shatter and attack. So it's cool that you can customize the game like this and customize your characters, and it adds a little more depth to the game. Now, once you actually spawn in, you'll be in these little rooms. You have about 30 seconds to just goof around, say hi, emote, and to also use the in-game store, which can only be accessed from that area. Now, the in-game, or the game store, I guess, is kind of a 4-category skill tree, if you want to call it. And I'm using store like Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, you have a little store before the round starts. That's kind of what I'm alluding to when I say store. It's not like actual money. But you'll get currency while you're actually playing in the match that you'll earn through helping capture, helping heal people, so on and so forth. And you'll use this to buy one skill from each of these 4 categories in the store. And they do a variety of different things, and this is great to help counteract the situation you're playing. Some people might say, oh look, there's a 5% more damage, which as you level up to 3 times, you get more damage. I gotta pick that. But if your enemy team has people who have shields, it might be actually more beneficial to you to get the shield damage upgrade, so you can help take those shields down and do damage directly to the players. Or if they have a lot of deployable turrets and stuff, It might be best for you to take that so you can get rid of those pesky things, because they can really be a pain in the ass. So it really is cool. For my Sky build for the main video in this, I picked so I have less direct damage, so my cooldowns are a little bit quicker, so that when I kill people, I get a solid 300 health right back, because she kills real fast, and increased damage so I can kill people really fast. And I can change that up. If I feel like I can't kill people fast enough, I can just use the lifesteal one. If I find that I can't kill, but they have a lot of turrets out there, you might just want to go with, or a lot of shields, you might want to go with that. And again, you buy these in the base, in the beginning of the match. When you die, if you want to go back to the base, you can do that. So it's really any time you want to buy them, and you really want to look at the enemy team comp when you're choosing these. Now, the actual game itself is actually very simple. It kind of is a combination between Overwatch's control and payload maps. Or game type, sorry. And basically how this goes is it's a first to 4 points. You get a point for controlling the objective and making the payload spawn, and you get a point for either moving the payload to the spot in the enemy near the enemy spawn, or if you stop the enemy from pushing the payload in the amount of time. So, basically, if your team is really dominant and you capture the point, push the payload 2 successful times in a row, you win. That's it. The match will be over real quick. Like, under 5 minutes quick. It's possible. Or, if it's really balanced, you can capture the point, stop your enemy. They can capture the point, stop them. And back and forth until it comes down to a sudden death control match, where whoever wins the control point in the final round wins the game. So the matches won't always go the same. It really depends on how your team plays, the strength of your team, how you guys adjust on the fly. These maps are generally really small too, so the action is pretty quick and pretty fast paced. And honestly, I'm really enjoying it. I like the fact that it's kind of a combination of those 2 game modes, and I think it works really well. Now, it does say there are 2 game modes when you go to pick, but I really haven't seen a difference, honestly. It might just be maybe map size, but I really don't know, so I can't tell you 100%. But I'm only level 10, so I really haven't put maybe that much time into this game. Another thing to know is that you really can only play against other people until you reach character rank 4. So the game makes you play against bots at first, so you get used to how the game plays, without having to put you against other players and be frustrated, which I really enjoy. And something that caught me and my friend really off guard, because we were just playing against bots going, this game's fun, but it kind of sucks just playing against bots. And once I reached level 4, as my friend had already reached it, we're like, oh, these bots are a lot harder now. Oh wait, these are bots. And they also have it so you can't play competitive, the ranked type mode in this game, until you have made at least 12 characters reach rank 4 or 5, I believe. I can't quite remember. I think it's rank 5. So you really have to play a lot to even get into ranked, and have at least a decent understanding of how your characters work. And having 12 characters to pick from is a pretty big pull when you go into ranked. So that's really cool, and I'm really glad that they did this. So the last thing I'm going to talk about in Paladins is the actual game store, the one where you could buy boxes and stuff like that, and how the microtransactions work. This is a free-to-play game, so it lives on microtransactions, as you'd expect. But Hi-Rez already has a free-to-play game out there called Smite, so they kind of understand how to do this. And a lot of this game kind of acts like Smite does. For example, every 7 days you log in, you will get not only the game currency that you get by just playing, you get an additional amount of that, but you will also unlock up to 50 gems or shards, whatever they're called in this game, which are the equivalent of actual, paid for money. So in a month, if you log in every day, you'll get 200 of these gems. Now, the packs only cost 50 gems. The deluxe packs right now cost 75. So in 2 weeks of even just logging in every day, you could already buy a upgraded pack. The pricing isn't that bad. One thing Hi-Rez is really good at with that. Also, they don't have it up now because we're still in closed beta, but there's going to be a Founders Pack, which is very much like the Ultimate God Pack from Smite. And that basically, for $30, guarantees you every character is unlocked, and every character until the end of the game is yours. You paid for them. All of them. And it sounds like Hi-Rez has some pretty big plans for this game that they want to try to meet. Like a lot of champions coming out this year. Now, grinding them out in-game isn't really that bad. I believe a lot of them are like 5,000 of the in-game currency, or like 200 actual paid currency for a character. Not a bad price at all. Very reasonable. Very grindable. At level 10, I have 10,000 of the in-game currency, and that's after buying a bunch of cards for my characters to help customize them. So, it's really not that bad of a grind to unlock a character. But, you know, $30 to get all of them forever is great. And if you already unlocked characters via, you know, your in-game currency, or actually paying for them, I think you get that refunded to you, if I remember correctly. Because I know in Smite, I had unlocked some characters with the in-game currency, and I got that refunded back to me when I bought the Ultimate God Pack. Because you already paid for it. You already spent the money on them, and they're not going to charge you twice on them. It's one thing Hi-Rez is also very good for. And also, the earlier you buy the Founders Pack, the more it comes with. Sometimes it'll come with also increased gems, exclusive character skins, stuff like that. They like to reward people who help them make the game better and help them, you know, make the game still profitable. So, they're a pretty good company. Now, this game is a little bit rough around the edges as it's still in closed beta on console and still really an open beta on PC. And of course, beta means a little bit different things nowadays. But it is a little bit rough around the edges. You know, the fact that your aiming sensitivity is kind of slow at first and it resets every game is a bit annoying. Aiming feels a little bit off at times as their first venture into shooters. But overall, this is a very fun game. So when this game comes out for open beta on console, I highly recommend you pick it out. Or pick it up and try it out. Jeez, I really can't talk this morning. But if you can't wait for that and you really seem interested in this game, it's on PC right now in open beta, so jump on and have fun. Like I said, I'm all for this genre growing. I really do enjoy it. And next week I'm actually going to talk about Battleborn since they're going to revamp the game. I actually went out and picked it up again because I heard a lot of the revamps and they're doing a lot to help make the game better, and I really appreciate that because I did enjoy that game. But like I said, this genre in general, I really do enjoy playing. So, you know, I'm going to be giving you guys videos for this kind of game, maybe doing some streams on this Friday videos. And I do apologize that this probably won't be out by Friday now that I'm realizing it because I, you know, started going to the gym this week and that put me back on time. But as I said in my last video, my schedule will be maintained. Grinding Gears new episode will be out Monday. And thank you guys so much, as always, for watching. Hope this video piqued your interest on Paladins. I hope you guys will give it a shot when it comes out for open beta on console. And again, go in with an open mind. Try not to be too cynical about it. And just have fun. That's what gaming's for anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.